This is only going to be recording for a few minutes because it's me and Xavier, and we're backing out of the parking spot at the warehouse right now, and I'm taking him to his grandma Lemon's house. And I don't have anything against anybody in his side of the family. They don't seem to like me, and at this point in time, they're seeming to give him some issues. I mean, the coronavirus is here, so it's just another thing to add to the mix. He was already kicked out the week it started, cleaning his room. I mean, I don't know all the details, but we'll get into all the details. We're going to do a little thing like an interview of each other so that we can talk about the things about our families, the issues we're having with our family isn't close at all. None of our family members talk to each other. They all are in their own little worlds, and they seem to be okay with that. And he's sitting right here, so we can throw anything in at any time if you have anything to say. But I said something earlier that he sort of agreed with when I said that it seems like, and nothing to put any of them down, like Matt's doing his thing, and he's, fine. We know that he's puffing and hanging out and chilling and doing those things, and he's got his girlfriend, and that's what he's doing, okay? And then there's Oliver, who does his own things. He's playing his video games online, and besides that, I don't really know much about what he does, and it doesn't seem like, what do you say that he really does? He doesn't really do much besides playing video games, and
He goes skating on Fridays.
he goes skating on Fridays. Does he do that a lot?
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Not now because of the virus.
Yeah, the virus. There's no skating allowed. But so then, and then Brianna, she's on her phone with her boyfriend most of the time, almost all the time, right?
Yep.
And besides, last he knew, yeah, true, because he hasn't been there for a couple weeks now. So we're trying to understand. We're trying to think of a way that we can get our family back together. And I've been trying to do it a lot by myself. And I figure this is actually a good way to do it with another family member because we care about our family and we're trying to get our family together. I mean, I don't know. I'm not saying the other family members don't care about us or don't care about each other, but none of us are showing it. And, going a little tiny bit of a tangent, some of the things that I've been saying lately on a lot of my recordings is how people in general don't show much affection towards each other, period. And it's firsthand happening in our own family, right?
Yeah.
Pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
So this coronavirus right now, his grandma wants me to take him back there and not see him for 2 weeks. 2 weeks because there's a pregnant person and she takes care of a person. Well, my mom also takes care of a person in her 80s with cancer, and he comes back and forth, and we have no threat because we happen to know that this issue with the coronavirus is a situation which, if you understood the whole complexness of it, there really is no such thing as a virus. There's things out there that get you sick, and it's all just thoughts. It's all how you think, and if you take care of yourself, eat the right stuff, do the right things, keep yourself healthy, you'll be okay. And people think that that's pretty simple and too simple because no way, that's not how it works. It's not how it works. But those same people are the ones who eat horrible diets, think horrible thoughts, are constantly depressed, stressed, and angry. Those people don't seem to understand that if they could change the way they're acting, things will be better. I mean, everyone that in our family that will see these videos that we do with each other will hear a lot more from Xavier, right?
Yeah, we'll hear a lot more from me.
Yeah, and that, like, at one point in time, I would think that everyone would agree that he seemed to have temper problems and all that kind of stuff, and things had started changing as he grew up. And what do you expect? His mom and dad split up when he was like 3 or 4. Two, yeah, 2. And then, sorry, I keep messing that one up. It was Oliver was 4 and you were 2. I don't mean to do that. I'm sorry about that. But, so he's got that going on. He's never really had a stable family, a stepfather who wasn't really much of a father figure or a role model.
First, and then super weird afterwards.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to say anything bad about his mom. Any of the family members that we say anything about in these talks that we end up having about them isn't to put them down. It's just to point out the facts. I mean, maybe they're not facts completely, but from our standpoints, this is what's happening. Like, I've been trying to have a conversation with his mom. I would love to talk to anyone in the family, but none of them will talk to me. And when I go to talk to them, they flip out and don't listen. And usually it ends with me being like, I'm just trying to talk to you, and yelling that. I'm yelling at people for trying to talk to you and make things better. And that's usually how all the arguments have ended up. One on 4th of July week and one on Christmas. And those are the only 2 conversations I've had with his mom in the last 2 years. And things were going better. And he's getting better. I would say that his whole attitude has changed, and he hasn't been getting in trouble and throwing temper tantrums. And I think that has nothing to do with the pills. They want him to go on keep taking his prescription pills, which how do they not understand that that is introducing a chemical imbalance? That's not natural. Whatever he is, let him be natural. What I'm saying is maybe every person seems to have a problem. Do they not understand that they have problems? They're depressed people. They're drinkers. They're doing things like his Papa Clark is getting drunk with him and talking bad about me because I have had my weird spiritual experience. To them, it's weird, and I say certain things about that. I don't want to get into it on that, and I want to cut this recording off pretty soon. But what I'm saying here is just getting a lot of topics out so that we can reanalyze this tape and get back to it later. So, he's getting drunk with his grandpa, and people in his family are putting me down for the things that I'm doing, where all I'm trying to do is better situations. Things that are already going on are things that are already going on. There's no point in nitpicking, but all we can do is try to make things better. And I don't know if anyone else agrees. I think you agree that I'm doing nothing but trying to make things better.
Yeah.
And when people won't talk to you, what options do you have? We're trying. So
Yeah, we're trying.
we are trying, and we love you guys. We love you all, family members, non-family members, trees and bugs. We love you all. Anyway, till next time. This is Dan
Xavier.
and we will be back soon. Peace.
Peace.
All right, because you want to listen to the song called "Smacked," because it's awesome. Yeah.